Hello, and welcome to this first lecture of this new section on change management and communication. In this particular section, we will help you learn how to implement change management and communicate that change management. So let's start by talking about how do we give provide clear communication that can help implement change management. So how do you think you can implement change management and communication? So there are three things that you need to do. First, regularly communicate the reasons for adopting Agile HR, the benefits to employees and managers, and what changes can these people, employees and manager, expect. Second, involve employees early in the process, host workshops or focus groups to explain Agile HR practices and get their input on what areas of HR they think need improvement. And third thing would be to implement a change management strategy to support the transition that can help employees and manager transit from uh, traditional HR processes to agile practices. And in that whole process, you need to offer support and resources to ease the transition. So the question is, how would you go about regularly communicating the reasons for adopting Agile HR and the benefits to employees and managers, and what changes can they expect? How would you do that? So to regularly communicate the reasons for adopting as well as the benefits and changes, one is important. First, let's understand that and agree on that. That is a crucial thing for smooth and successful transformation, Agile HR transformation. Now, what are the various steps that you can take to make sure that your communication is clear, persistent, and compelling? So let's take a look at the various steps that you can do. First, you need to create a clear and simple message. Develop a straightforward explanation of what Agile HR is and why the organization is adopting it. Use a simple language that avoids jargon, making it accessible to everyone and focus on the why behind the change. How Agile HR aligns with the company's broader goals like digital transformation, speed, innovation, and employee engagement. Say, for example, you could say something like this: we are adopting Agile HR to make decisions faster, help you grow in your role, and respond quickly to the changing needs of the business and our employees. So that's how you can create a simple, clear message and start communicating to your employees. Then in this process, you need to explain how Agile HR will directly benefit employees and managers, right? Highlight how Agile HR will make their work easier, improve their experience, and increase opportunities for growth. Tailor the messages for different groups. Say for employees, you need to emphasize flexible processes, continuous learning, faster feedback, and personalized development. And all this, what kind of benefits will it result for them? For managers, you need to focus on faster decision making, more autonomy, and better collaboration and coordination with other teams. For example, for employees, Agile HR means more opportunities to learn and grow with personalized career development plans. For manager, it means more autonomy to make quick decisions without excessive red tape. So you could communicate something like that. You could communicate these benefits, highlight these benefits to employees and managers. While to communicate, use multiple communication channels. Share the message across various channels to ensure that it reaches everyone because each one of the employees may be watching a different channel. And there you need to use a mix of communication methods that includes, email announcement with key messages about Agile HR, internal newsletters featuring success stories for teams already using Agile HR, town hall and all hands meetings where leadership explains the shift and answers questions, Slack channels or team chats with their real-time updates and discussion, and posters and infographics in the office or internal platforms that can visually explain the benefit of Agile HR. You could send out a series of emails with examples of how Agile HR has improved speed, recruitment speed, and employee developments in specific departments. And you can pair up those with town hall Q&A to address the concerns. So that's how you can use multiple communication channels. Then you provide the regular update on progress. So there you need to keep employees informed about the progress on Agile HR adoption, regularly update the organization about the steps being taken, what is working, what is being improved, and what the next steps are. You could use weekly and monthly updates to keep momentum, right, and transparency. You could say something like this. This month, we have successfully implemented Agile HR in our recruitment processes, and that has allowed teams to fill open position 30% faster. Next, we will focus on applying Agile practices to our employee development programs. So that's how you can provide the regular updates on the progress that you are making. Set expectation for change in the workplaces. Clearly communicate you know, clearly communicate how Agile HR will change the way people work and interact with HR. Let employees and managers know what they can expect in terms of new processes, new tools, new responsibility. And there you need to be specific about which HR functions, say, for example, recruitment, performance management, or learning will change first and how they will evolve. For example, you could say over the next 3 months, we will be shifting performance reviews from annual evaluations to continuous feedback. You will be asked to participate in short check-ins every quarter, focusing on development and growth. So that's how you can set expectations for changes in the work processes. You need to involve senior leaders and managers as advocate, ensure that the senior leaders and managers communicate the importance of Agile HR in their teams, ask leaders to regularly talk about the benefits of uh, uh, Agile HR in the team meetings, department briefings, and in one-to-one discussions. Their mind and enthusiasm, the leader's mind and enthusiasm, will help reassure employees that this is a company wide priority. Your leaders, or you could say something like this, that during a department meeting, a VP of HR explained how Agile HR will help us make faster, better decisions and improve our employee engagement scores. Use employee stories and case studies. Share real life, examples of how agile HR has positively impacted employees and managers. Identify early adopters or teams that have been successful with agile HR and create case studies or success stories and share these stories via email, intranet, or video interviews. These examples will help others see the tangible benefit of the shift. And your communication could be something like this, that since adopting Agile HR, the marketing team has reduced their hiring time by 20%. And in this video, hear from the marketing manager on how Agile recruitment made the process more collaborative and efficient. So that's one of the ways you can use employee stories and case study to communicate about this change. Uh, Provide spaces where employees and manager can ask questions and express concern about Agile HR. Schedule QA sessions, open forums, ask me anything meetings where HR leaders or senior managers can address any doubts or concerns people may have. And use these sessions to clarify any misunderstanding or anxieties about the change. For example, you could ask people to join them by saying, "Join us for an all hands meeting where our HR team will explain what Agile HR means for you and answer any questions you have about the changes." So, like this, you can host open forums and QA sessions. So use visual aids to make the Agile HR transition easier to understand. You can use infographics, slide decks, or videos that explain the Agile HR process, the changes that will occur, and the benefits. These can be used during the meetings, shared via email, or posted on the company intranet. And you could do something like this, saying, here is an infographic that explains the key differences between traditional HR and agile HR, and what changes can you expect over next few months, and that can help you manage the change far more effectively. So that's how you can use visual aids and resources to uh, communicate and manage proactively the change. Continuously show how Agile HR supports larger company goals like digital transformation, innovation, and improving productivity. Remind employees that Agile HR is a part of a larger initiative to make the company more responsive to market changes, improve employee satisfaction, and drive business success. And this will help them see how Agile HR fits into the bigger picture. You could have a communication something like this in which you say Agile HR is helping us adapt faster to our customer needs, which will increase our competitive edge and allow us for faster innovation across all departments. You could also offer a clear timeline of when different departments or parts of the Agile HR transformation will occur. Break the transition into phases, showing which specific HR process, like recruitment, performance review, learning, will be affected and how the rollout will happen. Say, for example, you could have a chart that can provide the timeline like this, which will say in three phases, phase one, phase two, phase three, recruitment happening in the January, March, phase two, performance management happening in April, June, and the third phase being done for learning and development in July, September. So this is one way you can provide a timeline for implementation. Do not ignore any pushback or concerns, tackle them head on. Create a FAQ document or resource space addressing common concerns as a fear of added workload, loss of control, or unfamiliarity with agile practices. Use empathy to acknowledge these feelings and explain how they will be mitigated. Say, for example, you could say, we understand that shifting to agile HR might seem overwhelming at first. That is why we're rolling this out step by step, and we are here to support you through this transition. So that's how you can address concern and resistance directly. Celebrate milestones and early wins. Publicly celebrate successful milestones or examples of Agile HR in action. Uh, and this you can do that whenever you reach a significant milestone, such as the completion of a pilot project or a successful recruitment sprint. Celebrate it. Share the results with the entire company to build excitement and confidence. And you could be communicating by saying that we are happy to announce that our first Agile pilot has been successfully done and it has reduced the hiring time by 15%. Thank you, everyone, for being involved and making this happen. Ensure all leaders are aligned and consistent in their message about Agile HR. And you could do this by hosting training sessions for leaders and managers to ensure that they understand the core principles of Agile HR and are prepared to answer questions or reinforce the benefits to their team. And your communication could simply be like, our leadership team has gone undergone agile HR training, so they can help guide their teams now through these changes. Reach out to our HR managers if you have any specific questions, and that should help us go through this journey in a very smooth manner. So, what are the steps that we can take? Let's take a look at the summary of steps. You need to start by crafting a clear, simple message about why Agile HR is being adopted. Then highlight the benefits to both employees and managers. And while doing, use multiple communication channels to share the message widely. Provide regular updates on progress and milestone. Set expectation of what changes will occur in HR processes. Involve your senior leaders to act as advocates for the agile HR. Share success stories from from early adopter to build momentum. Host Q&A sessions to address concerns and answer questions. Create virtual visual resources like infographics to explain changes. Tie Agile HR to broader business goals and strategy. Provide a timeline for Agile HR implementation phases, address concerns head on, and with empathy and clear responses. Celebrate wins and milestones to maintain excitement and support, and ensure leadership consistency by training managers on Agile HR. So, by regularly communicating the reasons, benefits, and changes associated with Agile HR, you can build trust and enthusiasm for the transition, ensuring that employees and managers feel supported throughout the process and the journey. So, what do we do next? Having looked at how to make a clear communication about change management, we will now talk about how to engage employee. So, thank you so much for watching this first lecture on change management and communication. I hope you're continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy. And I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need to.